are live. I'm just going to set a few things up here real quickly, and we'll get going here. I'm not planning to stay on very long tonight, so we'll just see what's going on, basically, and we'll get going here. Like I said, I'm not going to be on very long tonight. Okay, I just watching a bunch of series of videos, and a lot of them is gamers, toy reviews. There's a few family channels. Is literally calling it quits to YouTube. It's because of this new COPPA rule. It's a Child Online Protection Agency. I know people's tired of hearing about this, but a lot of people don't realize there is a way you can fight against this. Just have to write to the FTC. There's videos out there telling you how to fight against this and that. But a lot of people are just saying they're just going to throw in the towel, because when you try to fight power of government, is what it is. Is it a violation of constitutional free speech? Yes, it is. But remember, YouTube is a corporate entity that YouTube falls under. And as a corporate business, they have a right to restrict what you want to say on the platform. They could take down this video and give me a strike if they wanted to on YouTube's end, basically. But it comes down to this. There's a lot of channels. There's too many to name right now. Like I said in a previous video, we are considered to be one of them. Not this channel. I got to have a rant channel, basically, because what's going to happen is this, as everybody knows, as of January 1st in 2020, YouTube's going to go through drastic changes. A lot of people is going to lose a lot of revenues. There's going to be a lack of decent, clean entertainment out there, family channels mainly. And some other gaming channels are considering throwing in the towel. And that, like I said in yesterday's video, in the previous video, just like a stock market, you got to know when to get out. And looks like there's a chance that YouTube will be like a stock market. It's going to crash. The bubble may have burst. A lot of channels are basically just not going to take the chance of facing whatever fines it may come down to. It's over $42,000, $42,530 to be precise. Now I don't know if that includes court costs or anything like that. YouTube is telling us to contact a lawyer just to see if your content is good enough. And if I did contact my lawyer over the situation, my lawyer would probably say, if it's that too controversial, too borderline, too risky, they'll just tell me pull the plug, basically. So, but we're going to try what we can. There is some loopholes in the agreement. I found a couple of them today. There's a small loophole. One loophole I did see in the email. Basically, even if you do have a kid in your video, it does not mean it's kid friendly. It could be a kid could be doing anything, basically. So I got a couple of videos, a couple of my amusement park videos, a couple of my carnival videos on the main channel. I got a couple of quite a few baseball vlogs that's going to have kids somewhere in the video, and according to the YouTube eyes, that's considered kids content and that. And I have to gotta go in to all those videos that involving baseball, sports games, anything that looks like they may have kids in it. I have to change those to right now. I got it set to mainly it's not meant for kids. That's supposed to be out, but if this bot system is supposed to look at every single video, and they find out that our video, one of the videos, even if there was some form of, let's say, off language or strong language in that video, but there's a kid involved in the video, and somehow they detected it, it could be a flag on the channel. But I don't know. It's just too, like I said, everybody knows some video platforms are died, basically. I talked about a while ago about VidMe. I thought a couple years ago was a competition called VidMe. And I thought I was going to look at it as an alternative to the demonetization one year. And I was considering if we had enough viewers to join in over there and watch our videos there, we would have. But VidMe went out of business because they couldn't make it viable. Not enough people jumped over. Then I look at Mixer. Mixer is mostly only for live streamers. Somebody said try Twitch, but Twitch don't really do edited videos. They're mostly live streaming. There's always a danger when you live stream too much. Something called swatting. Yeah, I said it too. And well, not yet, but yeah, it's just it is a huge gamble for a lot of creators out there. And if you are a YouTube creator, and remember, it's not just the creator is affected; it's you, the viewer, will also be affected on this. But right now, basically, what we just have to go back and cover our bases. Even if I marked those videos as kid friendly, and they decided to reverse it, and I said, you know what, YouTube, you made it too controversial. I just don't want, but it's just government telling us who is our viewers, who we want to target. When we upload a video, who clicks on that video? We don't even know who clicks on that video on the opposite end. So we don't know. Our target will always been 13 years old on up. That's part of YouTube policies ever since I signed on to YouTube. And they never had anything under the age of 13 in the analytics because that'd be in violation of COPA. Right now, basically, what's going to happen is this. Even if YouTube, a lot of channels do quit, you know what I would think about doing? Have a file a lawsuit. This would be my suggestion. I doubt it will go that way for those family channels. File a lawsuit, not against the federal government, against for Google for violating that same rule that they knew about. Basically, they could have had all these guidelines already in place years ago. It's basically Google's fault. Basically, every time when a big channel does something wrong, small channels get blamed. Now this time, Google did something wrong. They know they did something wrong, so they do. They pass the blame on the entire creator community. And that's why a lot of them is throwing the towel. They're tired of it too, and I think a lot of creators are tired of it. But a lot of creators says this might be the golden opportunity that they're looking for to grow their channels. That could be, that could happen, where there's not enough clean channels out there, not enough family style channels, so they'll go to other videos that is borderline clean, but acceptable enough to watch. But here's that big but. This is why a lot of people are still throwing in the towel on their channels. They just can't take that chance no more, basically. So if you're looking at that fine per video, man, you get if you get a couple, if you get 10 videos, you're already at over well over $500,000 in fines. If it's 100 videos, you're talking about millions of dollars in fines, and nobody can afford it. So that's why they're cashing out while they got a chance. Some even as today, some people talked about today on another live stream I kind of watched. Excuse me. They said some of the people that they subscribed to had taken down their videos already, took down their channels, deleted their accounts. They cashed in. They said they had enough. It's just basically that's it. Some have subscribers over 100,000. They got their little plaque from YouTube, and they decided, because the rule changes and that they're out. They're out of the game, and that. How many people will still be in the game as of at the end of January 1st of 2020? When January 1st of 2020, we don't know. We just don't know because this is worldwide. It's a whole platform. So the rule is worldwide. So even in some countries, they have a lot of controversial videos. those channels will be gone. Basically, if they violate everything under because YouTube is covering itself, and Google is covering itself, and it's something that they knew was wrong, and everybody is paying the price for it. Just and the government thinks because right now, even with on TV, where it's controlled by the FCC, that's the Federal Communications whatever, and nobody can control what a kid watches at home because, like I said, when they decided to regulate TV, what's the first thing that went? Family shows. What came in place? Violence. Uh, Violence, more violence, and more violence. Even some of the reality shows can end up being a fight that will take place. You ever seen some of those reality shows trying to fight their way through survival of that whole series? Yeah, it gets nasty on some of those shows, and sometimes even dirty too. And they call it clean family fun. I don't think so. Uh, so right now, even the government can't defy what's family friendly. And right now, there is no such category as family friendly. We got to go what the analytics tells us, and now YouTube tells us we can't rely on those analytics. We just got to guess, crapshoot, what we got to do to find out who's really watching our videos. And of course, if there's any channels that is under age 13, subscribe to the channels. Uh, there's a chance you may have to block them. Unfortunately, but it's going to have to protect your channel from them commenting on your videos, or just what else that happens. So, is it the end of YouTube? Probably not a right away, but I think the platform, in my prediction, I think the platform will be gone within 5 years. If it's less than 5 years, I'll be surprised. If it survives after 5 years, I'll be shocked. I really be shocked. But right now, there is a campaign going on. Uh, it's J House Law. Check out J House Law. I can't put a link in it right now. So check out J House Law. They got the videos. He's the only guy that's trying to lead the fight to kind of tell the federal government to back off on the family content. Just let them do away with direct ads for just basically what they need to do is they need to do away with direct ads. Basically, that's what they need to do. Just go with random ads like they do on TV. Now, revenues will fall a lot, but I think that would be a safest out for all creators because then you got no personal size ads. Uh, it's not directed ads. It's not if I Google, let's say, a bunch of stores and I come back and watch a YouTube video, I just get a bunch of ads based on what I just Google searched. That's how Google works, unfortunately. I can testify myself. I was shopping for some, it's like Western wear, Western shirts, these snap shirts. And I was just searching one time, just trying to find a deal for some of them. Then when I kind of took a break, started watching a couple of YouTube videos, and guess what? All the stores I just got done Googling, all bunch of videos, boom, all for every store that I searched on Google, trying to find shirts similar to this to buy online. So that's considered a targeted ad because based on my history of searching for items on Google through Googling it, that's why I like Bing better. I think I do most of my searching on Bing because then I get Bing rewards there. I talked about it on the Ed Chuck Show many years ago, early on that channel too. Like I said, I'll probably keep this channel up because I know this is not kid friendly because it's a rant channel, and sometimes I may have to adult rate it in case I want to do a little foul language. And you get upset, and sometimes a little f bomb will come out once in a while. I mean, it's going to happen. Come on, especially when you adult rate it and you're not monetized, so there's nothing to worry about. Just when you're adult rated, you can let the f bombs fly, basically. So and that. So Uh, right now, our content even is sharing. Like I said, this is the rant channel. And when I get to, like, say, on the Angie and Chuck show, and Angie's mostly random videos on Angie's video, but that's borderline to be kind of advertiser friendly, but she's not monetized because we don't have the qualifications. Only the Angie and Chuck show is our bread and butter channel, and if we lose that, if we end up losing that because of technicalities of the current rule situation, it might happen. I don't know. I have not even talked about it to our audience over there. We have a larger audience over there. Uh, it's going to affect it more negative than I realize. There's a lot, like I said, a lot of YouTubers are calling it quits right now. They're cashing in. They're not going to risk these fines, especially if they monetize. If they said they're not child friendly, but kids are watching the videos, and the federal government finds out, boom. If YouTube finds out, boom. It's just to them, it's just too risky. It's just like I said in yesterday's video. It's a Russian roulette with a 6-pistol gun, and this time it's not one bullet. You got 5 of the 6 bullets in there. So basically, it's a lose situation. That's why they're bailing out. That's why those channels are bailing out. They don't want to play that kind of Russian roulette, basically. So that's basically it. What happens to this channel? Well, this channel is going to live on because it's a rant channel, and it's going to bring back garbage videos. Remember those garbage videos before when monetization got started? There was monetization videos. There was people making money on fighting videos. These are not professional wrestling, boxing, or MMA. These are actually average people out in the street fighting on public transportation, subways, or neighbors fighting each other, disagreeing, all that craziness, all just violent stuff, stupid stunts. Uh, we're just going to go back to those days of YouTube where YouTube's been cleaning it up to make it advertiser friendly. Now we make advertiser friendly because YouTube got caught in the government web by COPA and the FTC because Google decided to track kids under the age of 13, which is a violation. They knew it was a violation because they're based in California. What do you expect? You got morons out there in California, highly educated morons out there. That's what you got in running Google. If all these, if Google, if we decide to send YouTube, if YouTube dies, all these people that used to work at a In-N-Out Burger in California, guess what? They're gonna go back working back in the In-N-Out Burger. If this platform dies, basically, that CEO of YouTube could be the CEO of the In-N-Out Burger. Probably won't make as much. Probably not even what she's making $400 million a year, and she just let half this go, basically. So she could have made these changes to make it to say, hey, we got some. Well, what happened to YouTube's legal team? I think they don't have one. They had to get one recently, but I don't think they have one. They should have had one. Legal team should have told YouTube to say, hey, we're violating this, this, and this. You guys got to get it nip in the bud right now. Boom. And everything would have been okay on that. Right now, I think the main problem was the targeted ads. And a lot of people didn't. And, if you notice, if you do Google searches or just watch a random bunch of videos about something, you're going to get an ad on that particular item. Almost guaranteed. That's considered that's what they wanted to do. That's how they track you on your Google searches and all that stuff. So yeah. And I think if they just do away with targeted advertising, but that's how advertisers pays the most is targeted advertising. There's targeted advertising in that. You don't get that on TV, but you do get it online. It's not just YouTube. Everything online you do online, it will get a targeted ad in one form or another. It's usually based on your searches or based on what your activity is watching on YouTube when it comes to something else. I wonder why Angie watched so many Bath and Body, watched all the Bath and Body videos, but never got a Bath and Body ad on any of the other videos that she watched. That's something to think about right there. Maybe Bath and Body don't sell advertising on it because they're taking a free, they're taking advantage of free advertising through somebody else's videos, and Angie was one of them too. So yeah. Okay, like I said, a lot of channels is calling it quits. Uh, there's too many to name. There's way too many to name, and is the Angie and Chuck show could be one of them. I don't know. It's something that we will have to make a decision on eventually. I will talk about it tomorrow night, or actually sometime tomorrow afternoon over on the Angie and Chuck show. And I want my audience input. Basically, maybe I have a lawyer who Bobby is subscribed to that channel and maybe give some legal advice or get a hold of us one way or another, just to give us some legal advice what we need to do. Right now, I'm looking at possibly at 50 videos. I may have to change it to kid friendly. And if I do, I will lose all those comments, no notifications. There's a lot of things that could happen. So if I make a kid friendly video, I'm going to lose a lot of features, including targeted ads. That's unfortunately, that's the way it is. And it is what it is. All right. So we're gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna call it a night. I'm just gonna watch a couple of other videos on not on this channel, but I'm gonna go back to I'll probably log into my other account and watch some videos there. I don't know. So we'll just end it right here. If you're a YouTube creator, it is your channel, but it is your financial well-being is at risk. Okay, just keep in mind that if you're a YouTube creator and if you do not comply or maybe mislabel a video, you're looking at a fine that is more than what an average. It's about a fine what an average worker makes a year. That's what a fine is. It's huge, and it's per video. You must have Mark Zuckerberg's money to pay for the fines because that's how much going to round up to. It'll be huge. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. So we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, maybe an early time tomorrow. I gotta do vlogging for the regular channel, so it all depends what I got time for tomorrow. Okay, we'll see you then. All right, bye everybody.